Where is the line for inclusivity? Is there one? Can an inclusive option exist that is so ridiculous or unnecessary that even regular champions of the concept will go, alright, we don't need that? Well, that's sure being tested right now, as the new Dragon Age Veilguard game has revealed that its character creator will feature top surgery scars, so you can give your character a double mastectomy, aka tit removal, to appear more transgender. Because that's what trans people want, right? To appear more transgender. Who is this for? The whole idea of being trans is that you believe you're born in the wrong body and wish to be the opposite gender straight up. Trans women, as an example, don't want to be trans women. They want to be women. If there was a button they could press to completely rewrite their biology to become a woman, no questions asked and no evidence left behind, would they not all press it? Character creators already facilitate that shit, though to a dwindling degree in recent years as the manification of female characters has started to take root, which hasn't avoided this very game, because it's being reported that in the same character creator, you can't make your boobs bigger than like a B cup. I don't need games to have hentai titty options. I don't need it to be where if I got smacked in the face with it, I'd get a concussion. Hell, plenty of games don't let you edit chest size at all, and I don't miss it. But in a game that will reach this far down the rabbit hole for inclusivity by adding top surgery scars, being aggressively restrictive about boob size does not compute for anything other than an obvious bias. You included the boob slider, and then you made that the ceiling? And people will look at a dude calling this out and go, you're just a gooner, porn-obsessed gooner, why do you care? And then a girl gamer who has naturally larger boobs will lament the fact that she can't make her character look like her, and everyone just pretends she doesn't exist. I see women complain about these same issues all the time, and the gooner accusers are either dead silent or they just call them whores out of nowhere. Every supposed good guy response to this is just to ask the people who care why they care. It's such a small thing. Why do you care? Wow, Dragon Age is this big magical fantasy world, and people are hung up on top surgery scars. What's the big deal? The big deal is that it's fucking stupid. Are we not allowed to be bothered by stupid things anymore? It's literally the Dungeons and Dragons wheelchair discourse again. Why would your character in this magical fantasy setting have top surgery scars when you can just shapeshift into a woman, or drink a potion of transitioning, or find a witch to wave her wand and cast the Dickus Ophicus spell? You're telling me they have the same surgery in Dragon Age that we have in real life, with the same side effects and complications? Be real for a second. Why would a trans person want top surgery scars in a video game when one of their defining goals after transitioning IRL is to be as passing as possible? If you pass as a trans person to where people can't immediately sniff out your backstory, that's like a golden ticket for them. They're living as close to the dream as they can reasonably get, so doesn't it track that even the least passing ones would turn to a character creator to allow them to play as the full cisgender version of the person they want to be able to at least have that in the digital world, if not the physical? This is all generalizations, and I'm not trying to pigeonhole anyone, but I just think the logic behind including top surgery scars is inherently flawed if it's meant to make trans people feel more included by using an option that reinforces a negative effect of their desires. Nobody wants to have those scars. I have less experience with female to male transitions because it's way less common, and that's what top surgery on a character in this case would indicate, but I still have a hard time believing that a trans man would see hideous top surgery scars as an option and go, oh, that's me, I want that. The real truth is that the majority of people who will end up picking these scars aren't going to be trans. They're just going to be the people who always want to make their characters ugly as possible. They won't do it on stream because it'll be seen as disrespectful, but off screen they would absolutely let it rock. The basic male and female options that we've had for decades are often used as an escape for trans people to live their fantasies, but in some games you can't even be inherently female anymore. You're just a type B body with a chosen pronoun. How did that Britney Spears song go? He was type A, she was type B, can I make it any more obvious? Or that Shauna meme from Pokemon X and Y. Wow, I've never watched fireworks with a type A body before. They made type A and B to replace male and female and acted like they did something. It's still male and female. If you describe the type A one, you're like, yeah, the male one. So literally, what's the point? People will come up with the dumbest nonsense and shoehorn it into the public consciousness, and then give you a perplexed look when you object, like, what? Why do you care? We're just trying to rewrite everyone's basic understanding of biology and sex classification and normalize our version of shit we made up. Also, it's not even happening, but it barely ever happens, and sure, it happens a lot, but it's actually a good thing. Why do you care? I care because a humongous pet peeve of mine is being gaslit, so even if it is something small in regard to the game at large, Pretending that it's meaningless pisses me off. If a character creator had the ability to give your dude a swastika tattoo, something tells me the why do you care people would all of a sudden start caring, no matter how optional or small it is. And the reason that's an apt comparison is because those people are offended by something they deem hurtful or racist or insensitive, whereas I and many people who'd share my views on this are offended by things that make no sense or are disingenuous or misguided. I have an occasionally visceral reaction to what I consider to be bullshit. It's a triggering effect, not unlike how a stick in the mud might react to an offensive joke. I see a blurb about Dragon Age having top surgery scars in the character creator, and I slump back in my chair like, oh my god, why is this the world I live in? And then I write an 8-minute video about it. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe. Watch all my other videos while applying to work at Hooters, and I'll see you guys next time.